Right, right, right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, okay, okay. Great. So, we'll be starting in a bit. We'll be starting in a bit. Okay. So, friends, here we go. Basically, sometimes it is our common experience that we suffer from being judgmental. We get into this some certain things that we have not foreseen the other aspects of thing. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Let me tell you an incident that happened today itself. One of my friends called up. He is a good sales trainer. He was hired by a company with a turnover of roughly 10 crores a year. When he went on to work with the client, what he found out was that his sales head was not having a sales plan. Basically, the sales trainers firmly believe that whenever your team is discussing, whenever you are having sales discussion, you should have a sales plan. And the person who is heading your sales team must have a sales plan. Without your being you knowing whatever what your sales would be, what your revenue would be, people find it very difficult to judge the things. So when he found out that the sales head of that organization was not having any concrete sales plan for next month or any month, for for that matter, he inquired that how are you generating the sales. He said, I'm generating the sales on the basis of my referrals. And that sales trainer was furious. He was furious because without a sales plan, without a plan, how would you judge your revenues? How would you know what will be uh, your revenues? And it happens with every facet of life. People feel threatened. Even coaches feel threatened when they do not find that there is a concrete plan with the other person. And plans are very necessary. So if you resonate that there is a necessity of plan in everything, please type in plan in the comment box. Well, he was so furious that he talked with the MD and said that your sales head doesn't know anything. He is not having a concrete plan. So your business is at a threat. Your business is at a threat of stopping any day because you do not have a sales plan. Your business is running on just referrals wherein your sales team is not knowing that which customer will place order when. So he said that your sales head is useless. You will have to remove that. And the client complied with that. Client complied with that and he removed the sales head. Next month the sales remained the same. And our consultant said, okay, this was what we anticipated. It is not going to make much of a difference because that person didn't anyhow have a plan actually. Next month the sale dipped, and the next month it was almost near to zero sales. Client was furious, and our consultant didn't know what to do, because being a sales consultant, he can coach people, he can teach people how to sell, how to plan your revenue, and all those things. But he didn't have a plan is to, what if the sales become zero? What if the sales become zero? He didn't know what to do. He was clueless. So in the desperation, he had called me. I had some questions for him. My number one question was that whether or not your client knows how to sell his product. He said, no, my client doesn't know how to sell his product because my client is very good at technicals. He is good at production. He is producing his goods properly. His manufacturing acumen is great. He is a person who manages people on the floor, and this way he is very good technically. He is very good at producing. He is very good at providing know-how to the clients, but he doesn't know how to sell. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, that do you have any succession plan? He said no, because I didn't feel like having a succession plan, because customers were anyways coming on the basis of references. My God, I said, you have made a blunder. You have made a blunder, my dear friend, because you have made mistakes on not only one, two, but three major fronts. You should have first known that if that sales head goes, will the referrals still come, or those referrals were known to that sales head and were not known to uh, that business owner. In that case, those referrals will go away, vanish when that person goes. Number two, was there a succession plan? Did you have a plan wherein if that sales head goes, there is somebody who can take his place and talk with clients on the business deals? Number three, the most important thing that you didn't look at was the fact that the business owner didn't have any selling skills. Now you have messed up it very badly, my dear friend. He said, what should I do now? I said, what you should do is, first and the foremost thing, you cannot go and start selling the things yourself, because that is not your expertise. You are teaching, you are coaching sales, but the product is not your forte. The product is not known to you. You cannot go and sell. That is not your job profile. What you will have to do is, first you will have to find out somebody to replace that sales head which has gone. You will have to make sure that it is the somebody who has got some clout. No doubt he's going to cost more. That person who he or she you bring in is going to cost you more. However, that is the necessary cost that you will have to bear. You bring in that person, you start generating revenues for your client. Once the revenue generation is at a place, then you will go to next phase, wherein you will side by side teach the business owner how to sell his product, and that too not at the cost of his production, not at the cost of his forte, where he is good at producing, he is good at manufacturing his product. You will have to make sure that your client has a succession plan on the factory floor also. Then you will have to integrate those things. You will have to teach your client how to interact with customers. You will have to teach your client how to go through the sales data. You will have to teach your client how to go with the sales speech. You will have to teach your client how to have a succession plan, a proper succession plan. Without that, it is not going to get successful. The lessons learned here are very obvious. Sometimes, in the excitement of proving anything, people go highly judgmental. People start judging people, people start judging situations, people start judging businesses. However, the person doesn't go, you know, to the roots of it, because roots are the most important thing. Whenever you are identifying a problem, you will have to find out the roots, real roots of the problem. If you resonate with it, please type in roots into the comment box. Once you identify the roots, then you will have to find the cure. Without finding out any cure for whatever the issue you have, pinpointed, you would not be able to comprehend the situation, because you do not know how to handle the situation. In that situation, what will you do? After identifying your problem, you will have to even validate your problem, whether you have found out the proper solution or not, proper problem or not. Solution is will come at a later part. First, you will have to identify whether you have pinpointed or identified the real problem or not. Because on the surface, it might seem like a different thing, but beneath it, it might get different thing. You have learned that a salesperson must have the sales plan ready, not for today, not for tomorrow, but even for next 90 days minimum. And if that person doesn't have that sales plan, that person is not good. So what will you do? You will say that that person is incompetent. That is your learning. I am not denying it. It is your learning. You have learned that. But what if there is no succession plan? Your client doesn't have any alternative. You have not identified that thing. That is the biggest thing, that your client doesn't have any alternative to that person. Without having a succession plan, without having a person in place, without your client having the knowledge of selling, if you are going to remove somebody from the sales head position, it is going to be a detrimental thing. Now, why I'm sharing this thing? Why I'm sharing this thing? It is for the single fact that sometimes in the excitement of the things, sometimes in the excitement of getting the things done and proving ourselves to be heroes, we are doing something that we shouldn't do. And that thing is, we are not analyzing the actual issue. We are not analyzing the actual problem points, actual pain points. Say in your life also, there might be the situations where there might not be growth in your life, because without growth there is no life. If you can resonate with that, please type in growth into the comment box. If there is no growth in your life, you will think that you are in some situations which you should not be. What will you do? You will try to find out a way out of those situations, and you will go get into some new situations, and you will again find the same results. When you will compare those results, what you will find is the results are same, and the same results will again take you into the same situations. Type in same results and same situations into the comment box if you resonate with this. If you have go past through this, what will you do? Actually, what you should do is, if you want to get out of the situation, you will have to pinpoint the exact pain points. Type in pain points into comment box. When you find out the actual pain points, you will have to adjust your response accordingly. You will have to tweak your response according to the situation, according to the actual problem. Because if you are going to respond to a situation with the same set of responses which you have always been giving, you'll be getting the same results. That is very obvious. You need not be a scientist to understand that. If you give the same responses to life, your life will give you same kind of results. So what will you do? You will have to change your response. You will have to change your style. You will have to adjust your volume. You will have to adjust, your frequency. When you do all these things, when you analyze and find out the actual pain point, you will be able to judge the situation. If you resonate with it, with this, please type pain points into the comment box. When you find out the actual pain points, then you will be able to find out the results. The lack of growth, the lack of success into people's life is actually, you know uh, the lack of communication, the lack of effectiveness of their communication. If you are looking to, improve your communication, if you are looking to improve your growth, your success, and if you know that your pain point is somewhere your communication where you are not able to pass on your message properly, please like and comment this video. I'll be sharing a link to one of my free webinars which I'm going to do. In that, I'll be decoding the communication so that you will be able to understand the communication in a better way. When you will understand your communication better way, you will be able to improve your communication. When you improve your communication, your quality of your life will also improve. Quality of your success will also improve. Ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with the thought that being judgmental, being excited, and ignoring the real problem for a short term problem solution, or in the excitement of putting on the learnings, academic learnings into practice in a very raw way without analyzing, is very harmful. Instead, you will have to find out the exact pain points, and you will have to find cure of that. On this approaching Deepavali, I leave you with these thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Amit Kumar Uparelia, signing off for the day. Thank you.